Okay, we're back. So your class is starting with chapter 6, the other class is starting with chapter 8.
What?
We're splitting things up. Pretty sure I printed off chapter 8. Yeah. Okay. The second half of your course deals with economics, deals with how governments tax people, how they deal with the environment, producing money, quality of life, all that kind of stuff. What is this chapter? Yeah, we're going to look at quality of life in this chapter. Okay. So we'll move on. Can everyone see the board? The light's not making it difficult to see. Can you see?
I can't see because you're in the way.
Isn't that a tragedy? I'm just going to stand like this. Doesn't have a pencil. 2 days in a row. You didn't have one. No way you just gave him the pencil you were using. I have another pencil. Eight more, man. Don't say that out loud. This guy's gonna lead jockey, man.
Just gonna pay for the next one.
$1 a pencil.
$5.
$5. That right there, kids, is a capitalist. He is making money. Okay? So this young man has the production, he has the pencils. That guy doesn't have a pencil. So today he got a pencil for free, but tomorrow he'll have to pay. I'm gonna take $1 from him. You're gonna take 5. So who do you think he's gonna go to?
Well,
Maybe in La La Land,
does he have better pencils?
if he has a better pencil, right? Quality, right? That should be somewhere up here. Maybe the pencil he makes, like as soon as you start writing with it, it makes you feel good about yourself. Okay?
Wow.
Like maybe you put some drug on it, right? It makes you feel really good about yourself. Okay, but maybe my pencil has magical powers, right? When you write with my pencil, all of a sudden you get a good grade. But that's the super deluxe pencil. That one costs $150 per assignment. Okay, it's a joke for the record. Okay, but let's say on test day when he shows up without a pencil, we have an auction. Okay, so we all raise a pencil and we say, well, I can't say his name on the camera, but we say, hey, how much will you pay for this pencil? And he has to auction, negotiate, right? This is economics. Thank you. This is beautiful. Okay, last year, my grade 9s, during this chapter, I found out that they had an illegal snack selling market. Okay, so there's one guy in my class last year. I forget his name, unfortunately. He was well known for having the best snacks, the best lunch. And every day he would auction off his lunch. He would see who would pay for it. Usually he'd get somewhere between like $5 to $10 for his lunch. Okay. And I don't know, he would use that money to go to the concession and buy food. Okay. But that's that's economics, right? It's the study. Economics is the production of stuff. Okay. Stuff is everything. Stuff is this jacket. Stuff is the wiener he just finished chewing on and eating right there. Stuff is your pencil. It's that water bottle. It's your wristband, right? So people produce stuff, some people, and other people buy stuff. Okay, stuff is everything. Right? Stuff is also services, right? So I get paid to teach. What am I providing?
Knowledge, poor education.
Poor education, exactly, yes.
People can also make stuff and then sell it.
Exactly, right? We call those people businessmen or businesswomen, just, we call them entrepreneurs if they have an idea in a business, right? That's economics. Yes. Scamming. Scamming is an unethical side of economics. How many of you have gotten a scam call on your phone? I get them all the time. Okay. You know what you should do next time you get like a scam call? Or one of those like, hey, we're here to offer you the best duct cleaning service. Okay, you know that? Like your vents? You ever get those calls? No? Okay. Next time someone calls you like that, just cut over them and just start telling them all your problems. Okay? Just tell them like, my mom was really mean to me yesterday, and my dad didn't really care, and then my little brother, his sister, older sibling was beating up on me, and Mr. Kawaja was being mean in class, talking about a seating plan, and honestly, I just really don't know. Just
And then
use them.
he-
Use
and
them
then
as
he
free
got-
therapy.
And then you got a really bad mark on a test.
Then you got a really bad mark on a test, and then who knows, right? So if you ever get a call for scamming, scam their time by using them as free therapy.
That's right. That's what I do to annoy my boyfriend. Pretend you're a
That would be
pizza place.
hilarious.
He gets so annoyed. It's so funny.
Better yet, call one pizza place, make an order, but while you have that order going through, right before you ask them to repeat it back, get the other pizza place on the line, so this guy orders on that shop, and then they. Okay. And an economic system is the way we figure out how we're going to get this stuff, right? Because some people get stuff by, like they put a gun at you, right? Like, how much for the water bottle? Too much. Okay, right? But some people say, okay, $2, that's not bad. But all I got is $1.50.
Oh.
Are you sure about Are you sure about that?
So your values, whether or not you're aware of them, shape the decisions you make about what you buy, right? Like, how many of you, raise your hand, how many of you raise your hand think slavery is bad? No way you put your hand down.
Yeah.
This guy like shoved his hand down.
I thought you were gonna say it was good.
Yeah, same.
It's terrible.
It's the
It's
best.
terrible. Please slap.
Slavery is like the worst.
I would just
like
get
the
white
worst.
slaves.
What's that?
I would just get white slaves.
Like,
Typical.
Historically, I think in recent times, like I don't know, like sure if you, I don't know if you can measure all of history, but historically, there were more white slaves than black slaves. You know that?
I did not know.
It's crazy.
Is that
Crazy.
actually true? I was there more white.
Yeah, except the white slaves were taken. They were sent off to like the Middle East and whatnot. It's a really good book. It's called White Gold. I bet you can figure out what the gold part was, right? Okay, so the reason boys, why I bring that up is because, so like, maybe you really enjoy being well dressed, right? How many of you know about fast fashion? Do you know about it? Are you raising your hand for a question? You know about it?
I know about
Okay, so fast fashion is this idea of like, there's just new trends, new clothes all the time. The practices behind this fashion industry are like very sketchy, not a lot of human rights, not a lot of fair pay. These people who make these clothes are treated poorly. So, like, maybe you say you value humans being free and being treated and paid equally, but like, maybe like myself, I don't have it on me, you have an iPhone, right? And the parts in your iPhone come from, in some cases, like slave labor. How many of you love electric cars? I think they're all right. They're all
I don't
right.
have an
Like, I have a
opinion, so
hybrid,
I can't
right?
give my opinion.
So I have a hybrid. So all those batteries, I was learning about this, all those batteries in hybrid vehicles come from a particular mineral that is found in Africa mostly. And a lot of it is borderline slave labor. Like, there's no real, I'll pull up a video of this eventually. There's no real human rights treatment. How many of you get treated poorly at work? Like, actually poorly. Like,
Well,
I didn't even know you kids worked.
Well, I don't get treated poorly.
I
by
babysit my
anyone.
siblings, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna get treated
That's why
poorly.
people worry.
But like, imagine your boss had like a gun. And they were constantly threatening to shoot you. Like, maybe the person beside you
Why would my mom be
died. I don't know. Right? But your decisions, your values, where you spend your money is how you vote. I'm gonna move you guys really quickly because like I just keep hearing your voices and it irritates me. So where you spend your money is where you vote. How many of you buy local farmer foods? Like people who grow nearby. I kind of do, right? Okay. So, if you support local businesses, you're voting on that as a consumer. That's your choice. And it depends on your values. Maybe you believe that, hey, we should support the community. Maybe you have no values. Maybe you're like, you know what, to hell with them. So I don't care if these clothes are made by a slave. I don't care if that cow is suffering when it gave me its milk. I don't care that the way we farm is terrible for the environment. Like, I'm just trying to fill my belly. Okay. So you gotta consider those values. What long-term impact do they have? Oh, there's another thing there. They also reflect what is available for you to buy. So the more you purchase the milk that comes from cows that were abused, the bigger that industry grows. Right? You're voting for them to be around to allow that. Now sometimes it's tough, right? Dairy is regulated in Canada, which means that you can't go to a farmer and just buy from them directly. Why? Because the government, like some lobby groups probably convinced the government that it's very bad for you and something horrible is going to happen. And maybe some horrible things did happen, right? There's always this balance between safety and freedom, right? Like, what is the perfect balance? So I'm more of an individualist. You know, I would rather make that choice for myself. So I would prefer to get to know a farmer and see, like, okay, this person has a clean facility. They have good practices. They employ people. You know, they don't do to their cows what you were just doing to him, right? They don't like really, you know, mistreat them. Oh, I like this person. I'm gonna go buy milk from them. Maybe I buy eggs from them. I don't eat vegetables. Like, I rarely eat vegetables. Okay, so I'm not buying veggies, but you can't really grow fruit in Alberta. By eating meat. Okay, Popeye was on steroids, not spinach, man. You gotta get your protein. You're not getting that from veggies. That should say capital, not capsule. Okay? Capital. Capital is money. It actually is derived from the word, I think it's derived from the word kaput, something similar to that, which the word capital is derived essentially from heads of cows, right? Because back in the day, you know, people didn't use, I don't have any, you know, people didn't use, like 100 years ago, you couldn't convince someone that this was actually valuable, right? Because look at you with your hand out.
I need that.
Right? Like, how much would you pay for this?
$5. I think 6.
No way. You pay $6.
No, I pay 4.
You pay 4. I'm not selling it for 4.
What if I negotiate? What if it's a rare $4 bill?
This is a crisp.
It's not crisp.
It's not.
It's so crisp, man. Look at
It's
it.
not crisp.
It's got a Sir Wilfrid Laurier on there.
Let me analyze.
It says 5. You know, it's see-through. It's got a design. Like, who's gonna pay $5.25 for this?
What if it's a what if it's a $4 bill? I'm losing money. Rare $4 bill. Losing money for someone.
Okay. So the reason why I bring that
I
up.
have a fancy coin.
The reason why I bring that up, grade 9s, is because back in the day, do you think that people exchanged pieces of paper and just said, yeah, this is worth a lot of money? What do you think they exchanged? Gold. Gold is very valuable. Gold is a rare substance and it can do a lot of things.
I want that bill.
Part of the way your phone works, it like it uses gold in its processor. Okay, who am I moving? Please get that back in.
We're just joking.
Who should get moved? There's 3 primary
I don't
suspects.
think anybody should get moved because we were just joking around.
I want it. I want it.
Let's.
I have my notes all.
Okay, I'm gonna give you boys one last chance because I appreciate that you're at least participating in the thing, but you're just causing the ruckus. At least you have your notes out. Okay. The other, so capital. Back in the day, money was based on gold. What else do you think was valuable? Silver. Why do we automatically go to copper as well? Why do we go to these metal elements? Because of what?
Change.
They're rare.
Change.
That's why we use and
Change. What do you mean change is
that's
silver?
what coins are
Because like the little coin.
or something.
Okay, hold on. Why do you think at any point in history people said, like, let's take this gold piece and make it into a coin?
Oh,
Like, why? right?
Because it's
Because like, hey, how many? Can you eat gold? Yeah. Like, let's say you're really hungry, like I was last night after finishing my fast. I ate half a pizza last night. Okay. Why do you think I didn't just eat a little bit of gold?
Vegetables in the choke.
No, a little bit, like, just drink it down with some water. Why not?
It doesn't work like that. It won't digest.
So then why? You know how much an ounce of gold costs? Like 28 grams, 32 grams of gold.
What's the carrot?
Costs
That's like a lot.
$2,000. Why? Why do you think? It's kind of fascinating, right?
It's fancy looking.
It's fancy looking. Has anyone seen gold in real life?
Yes.
Are you pulling my leg or?
On gold rush.
No, yeah, I'm pulling your leg.
Has anyone actually legitimately seen gold?
I haven't.
It's quite beautiful. Like, I understand why people stare at it
Stare.
and then pile it up, right? But gold is also very usable in electrical stuff, right? So your processors, like your computer chip in your phone, the only way you get to TikTok is because your computer chip has some gold on it. You can put that there. I'll stand in front of the camera. Okay. But what else do you think was considered valuable as money?
Diamond.
Okay, beyond like shiny jewels and silver. What else? What else?
The church.
Tight. Okay, no, okay.
Paper.
The Aztecs.
Food. Food was valuable. Why? Because when you're starving, doesn't matter if you have all the gold in the world. You can't eat it. It might, right? But what if I just want to see you starve? What else? What else do you think is very valuable?
Slaves.
Literally, workers, right? Labor, actually. Okay, what else?
I think
What are you pointing at?
I'm pointing
What's at the door?
What's wrong with the door? Metal?
No.
Glass?
Land. Land is valuable. Why is land valuable? Like, why is dirt so valuable?
Because you can farm it.
You can farm it. You could farm it. You could live there. You could
Build on it.
build on it, right?
Dirt is
Rice.
We already talked about food.
animals.
Animals. Thank you. I was waiting for that answer. Animals are very valuable, right? Like, if you have a cow, you're a rich person.
Oh my god.
Not as much today as you were like 1,000 years ago.
My sister's a
right?
cow, so does that mean I'm
No
rich?
way! Look, you have a slave and a cow. And doubling up, right? And then materials.
Why are you just standing there?
What's up? What were you doing? Oh, you need to leave. Okay, just walk around. Walk around. I'm blocking the camera. Okay, don't point at the door because it's not obvious to me what you want with the door.
Just say you need to
So,
go to
these are the keys, right? These are like the factors of production, but you also need an entrepreneur. Okay, you need someone who is capable of properly utilizing those valuable things and creating something valuable, right? Because like we all agreed that land is pretty valuable, right? Like land can do stuff. But what are we doing with this land right now? It's just sitting there.
It's just sitting there looking
Nothing's happening, right?
It's stolen.
No way it's stolen, man. They signed a treaty.
It's sitting there looking pretty.
Are we growing anything out there?
The
A football field.
We don't grow a football.
dead. The grass is growing. The grass is literally dead.
How could we make that land more valuable?
Build some city.
We can build something on it, maybe build something sports related. We have a stadium.
I mean, there's a soccer field.
Okay? But like if I wanted to watch a soccer game, there's only some few chairs out there, right? We don't even charge people. What else would you do?
You get farm on it and you get animals.
You farm on it, you get animals on there, right? Look at all that grass. How many of you have eaten grass before? That's actually messed up.
Why did you bring that up before?
Because I grew up in a time where people were normal. We didn't eat grass.
Well, you're not normal.
Coming from you, that's rich.
Are not normal.
We drank out of the hose. We didn't eat grass. Okay? Grass is not digestible by the human stomach. You know what? You know who can digest grass really well?
Cows.
Cows. Right? I'm not a cow. Look at me. Okay. And
You can't say
I
that.
have another idea to use the land. Okay, so you make like you said, soccer field, and then you like get people to pay you to like use the soccer field.
exactly, right? So you need someone with a vision to make these things valuable, right? Because the land being used like that is not very valuable, right? Unless you value just having wide open spaces. But even the wide open space needs to be managed, right? Because if they don't cut the grass, what's gonna happen to it?
It's gonna
It's gonna grow until it dies in winter, right? But
Well, then just get some cows.
yes, what's up?
You could rent the land.
You could rent it,
Which would in turn make profit because money.
right? So you tell someone, hey, bring like 5 of your cows here tomorrow. They'll graze freely. You rent it out to another person another day, right? Maybe you do that 3 days a week so the grass doesn't just get eaten and chewed up, right?
Yeah.
You sell it, right? The land is productive.
You can make a plantation on it.
Oh my gosh. There's all these effects
You
and
could.
comments.
You could. Okay?
Oh, you're gonna say the same thing.
Now, scarcity. Do we understand what the word scarce means?
Yes.
Is there a scarcity of desks in this room?
No.
No, why is that?
Is there extras?
There's extras, right? But like, what if I just removed all of these desks? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Is there 5 extra desks over there? 1, 2, 3. Okay? No. So that means 2 of you are gonna have to stand, or the 5 of you have to fight to see who gets a chair.
I vote these two.
No way she just threw both of you under the bus. She didn't even say anything. You opt to stand?
Yeah.
No, so you have to fight someone.
I mean, you could just sit on me.
Scarcity is when there's not enough. Scarcity can also be manufactured. Right? Like if I just removed all these desks, now we have less desks, but I have more space to walk and teach it.
I don't think you need more space. You have enough space.
I think I do. I would love to put my camera back there. And you get even more of the pictures and I can wander around. Right?
No, so.
Yeah.
Here are some basic questions, boys. Okay, let's move. Let's get you this time. You got lucky. This time I caught him talking. You're gonna move right there. Let's go. Don't kiss him. That's gross.
Bro, that's rich.
I did not.
I'm afraid of women.
One of you two. Now I'm looking at you. You're gonna be moved next. Don't add to it.
What did I do?
Nothing yet. Okay, 3 basic questions. What is needed? What do you need?
Money.
Food, water.
You need money. How you gonna get it?
Therapist.
You're gonna make
I'll
jobs.
name 3 essentials. I said food, water, money.
Food. How you gonna get food?
Make it.
Money.
Make it, or with money. How you gonna get money?
Have a job.
Have a job,
Hunt.
right? Hunt.
How you get a job?
No way, that's illegal. You can't do that.
What? If you
Well, not if you're,
Yeah, but you can't just shoot a deer.
not if you're in the deep woods.
If you're in the deep woods, then you're out there in the Wild West.
Yeah.
And there's no one to stop you. Okay. How will it be produced? Okay, that food. How are we gonna get it?
Cut it up.
make it.
Oh, like who's gonna make it? Who knows how to grow food?
The farmer.
I can grow like more.
There's like 4, 5, 6.
I can grow pea.
No way. So if everyone outside this classroom died,
Oh.
there would only be 6 of us who could make food. No way, I'd take your food, you'd survive. I'd let you grow it, then I'd take it.
That is illegal.
Take you out of the
How are we gonna teach them? None of us know.
6 of us.
Could the 6 of you raise your hand? Could you teach? What was this gesture you just did? Why are you looking at me? I can't. Oh, gun. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, then tell us.
To shoot? My family's growing
You
potatoes.
plant a seed. Look, there was a seed planted in that pot, and it hasn't grown in 2 weeks. I did. I watered it a bunch. You can just leave it on my desk.
My family's growing
It's
potatoes.
right by the window. Potatoes. Potatoes are awesome.
They're really fancy looking.
Okay. And then who will get it?
Only me.
Only you. No way. So what would you sell your food for?
I don't know, $100.
Probably quite. Why would
No
you
one
do
else.
that?
Well, if there's only us left and like
What
only
if-
6 people
what if-
know how to.
Okay, so if everybody else was gone and you had the food, what if I just did this?
More money than other.
Then what?
Like to see you try. I'm gonna take out the paper.
What's that?
You said you wanted to say
No way. Then I'd follow it up with this.
I don't think so.
Okay. These are 3 main questions. You know, if you can answer these questions, you know, if you can figure out what do people need or what do they want, how will I get it to them, and you know, how much will I get paid? You know, you can get very wealthy. There's very simple, basic rules, right? That's
Why would you need money
entrepreneurial
if
spirit.
everybody else is dead? That's what I was saying.
Well,
Like,
sure.
just steal stuff.
But even if everyone else is dead, right? Everyone needs to eat, right?
Just steal stuff. Oh my god.
What is this, Miguel? Are we passing the notice now, Miguel? I mean,
Did you have an intense gym class?
That what?
Did you have an intense gym class?
No, can't wash my hair. Hair perm.
You got a perm.
Yeah, it's a wavy perm.
Whoever did it sucks at it.
Just,
Reminds me when
you know,
I
you
was
could just say that you didn't shower.
No, I literally can. Ask Ethan. He was with me.
Whoever did it
He did it
terribly.
himself. Get the freaking heck out.
My mom's been
So
getting.
this is a good little graph here. This good little chart, right? We have almost unlimited wants, right? Some people just want and want and want and want.
I want.
It's not a want, it's a need.
Everybody wants, right? For sure. Like, you know, like right now I want some food, but I can't eat,
Touching the stick.
right? You know, some people want a really fast car, but they don't want. But you know what they don't want?
To die?
No, they don't want to work.
I mean, both answers were correct.
Yeah, they
So
don't
people have their wants, but there's additionally, like, there's limited resources. So, you know, so coming back to the idea of scarcity, you know, sometimes a Lamborghini, although they have all the resources they need to make their cars, you know, sometimes they only release 15 cars a year,
Holy crap.
right? They're creating scarcity. So now their cars are worth millions because 5-10 years down the road, it's a collector. You could say, oh, I have this cool looking Lamborghini. They only made 15 of these in the whole world.
Wow.
You have one?
I do not.
Why?
Why?
Because he's a teacher, he doesn't have enough money.
But I don't want a Lamborghini. Where would I drive a Lamborghini? There's so many potholes.
This is Marazzo.
And I was thinking
Huh?
Dude, like the worst. How much do you get paid to get wrong?
I'm
You
not.
find that online.
I want a Cadillac.
What time is it?
A pink Cadillac.
Let's actually stop here.
Why?
I don't know, we've been going for like 30 minutes.
Really?